we got some stuff in, y'all. Stuffing. We have some stuff in. Some stuff came in. How do I didn't practice this part. What's going on? This is Craft Collects, and this is my current temporary fun table where I'm trying to like have projects have their own place. I don't know what's going on. This is just a quick video of some items that have come in recently. Some official, some third party, some custom, which is kind of dope because I'll get to that one shortly. Where do I want to start? Maybe I do want to start at a custom one. No, we're just gonna unbox. We're just trying to unbox right now. We'll start with the one front and center right here on the top. Ultra Possessional figurines. That's funny because the whole time I thought, when I saw it earlier, I thought it was Ultra Professional figurines. Wait, is this bootleg? This is the LPZZ Deathstroke, the one that goes with the Arkham Knight Batman. And one second. All right, knife of choice. It's made it from the apartment. It's dope to see. Let's get this box open. So if you are in the 112 space, you are familiar with the current introduction of InArt getting from 1/6 scale, that super realistic human being looking figures, into the smaller scale, but also keeping that same realistic look. And I want to make sure that along with my DC Comics setup that I had more villains, but there weren't that much good Deathstrokes. If you are looking at that scale, it's literally just McFarlane. Not a disdain, I'm not really a fan of McFarlane. If you are, then congrats to you. It is not my flavor. Plus it's like out of scale anyway. Just looking at the box itself, look at this box. Wow, the actual official labeling for DC and WB, so you know that this is an official. And let's get this open. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. So I'm not getting the Arkham Knight Batman. Spoiler alert. I'll most likely just be sticking with this one figure from the LPZZ line because I already am doing a comic based. A reason for me to go super realism because space, guys. Remember, you don't need to collect everything where you won't have space for it in the future. Let's get this portion open. Sorry for the background noise. Oh my goodness, again. I'm not gonna go through everything. If you've watched any of my previous mail calls, I don't go 100% into every piece. Can you even see it? Can you really even see it? I don't even know how good this thing is. It's focusing, I can see that, but the lighting in this room, it's not too up to par. Hold on one second. Okay, we added some artificial lighting, and hopefully no, it didn't make a difference. It didn't make one difference. In person, this looks so good. I am so behind. This figure's been out for like, what, 4 to 6 months? In people's hands, probably around the beginning of this year. And I am so impressed. I want this for my Mafex setup. A lot of it is Mafex. There's a good amount of Mafex. It's the Hush stuff. And then in addition to that, you have some amazing Yamaguchi to round off some characters that Mafex hasn't made yet. This needs a warm bath. I am too scared to move too many parts around, but it is doing everything it needs to do. I know it's doing everything it needs to do because I've watched a few reviews. You're not gonna get another Deathstroke outside of probably the other branded one that looks this good, this detailed. And I don't know if you want realism or if you want toon or comic based, but this will do it for me when I finally get it next to. Okay, yep. So there's 100% a piece broken, but I don't know when it happened because I don't see the part here. This little articulated part goes inside a clip here, and the bottom part doesn't exist. I know this because I just looked on the bottom of this one, and it's nowhere here. So I could reach out to Gundam It. They treat me really well. That's where I pre-ordered this from, and I should check before the end of today. Okay, so yeah, see, it's back on. Visually looks great. Yeah, you don't want to have such a great visual statue. You want to make sure you're able to mess with your figures and pose them to the range in which is provided. Like, look at this. Some people can't even do this in real life, and this is such a move, a gap. Let's see, this is moving on there, so you don't want to move that out too far. If you just look at the Accessories, you got the unmasked head sculpt right here. You got a spread of additional hands if you're using one of the long short range weapons. This is a bat? No, okay, so this is one of the Batman weapons. A grappler of sorts, maybe. This is flush full of weapons, along with a stand with the Arkham Knight labeling on there, another weapon, and a plastic figure holder. Will I be using it? I don't know. And then the end of his bandana scarf piece. A super range. I think my copy came to about 80 because I had it imported from Gundam. You can't get a better value for this. All right, next up, I already opened this one, but I didn't get super far into it. This is the Sun Wukong. Kong Beast Deities Mythos Anime is the name we're currently at. Amazing they were able to put it only in 2 boxes this time. The classic pen holder alias for one of the hair, maybe head sculpts that's gonna go in here. And yes, this is the head sculpt package. Base hair, normal hair, and the gripped face look, along with the many face sculpts that's coming in this package. They don't look as bad. You know, everybody did have their complaints for how they looked. Not super SHF, authentic looking, even animation style. Everybody has their own take, but they do okay. This is the one. This is the main culprit that people always had an issue with. Now the figure itself, and this is the full 3-piece combo. You know, package-wise, of everything that this one comes with. I got the 02. I was gonna go get the 01 also. I originally had that pre-order, but then I changed my mind because I'm already getting the Fighters of Rage version. Oh, okay. It's already disassembling, which is cool because I need it to be disassembled. But yeah, these Wukong video game faces and hands will be yeeted off into the sunset. We'll only use and feet. We won't be using those ever again because this set will kindly go into the Broly Beast Deities gets his hands on them display. Hot water, guys. Hot water or blow dryer. We're not breaking nothing. I see your videos and pictures on Reddit. I'm not trying to join the party. All right, last 2. This one's actually a custom piece. This one we'll go over also very lightly. I saw this on Instagram, and I do like to add certain custom pieces to make maybe even a custom figure when it comes to characters we may never get, or at least looks for characters we may never get. And Hasbro doing their thing, dropping Energon Universe Optimus for about 80 bucks. No, 60 bucks, I think it was. I forgot. You know, it's good. It's close enough, but also I just got that MP version from ShowZ, grabbed all the parts I need, and then sold off the additional because I already had the authentic version that's gonna go in the G1 setup. So this is a live unboxing of a piece that I saw on Instagram, and my guy does custom pieces for the Hasbro new SS86 Megatron. 3D sculpted pieces. This is the blaster. Whoop, close. You can see the texture on there a lot. It's actually super vivid and visible. This is his card. It's by Plastic Bruv. Additional part for the blaster. Main part of the blaster, I think. I gotta remember. I gotta go back to the pictures. This is a head sculpt, I believe. Ooh, can I get this detailed? Perfect. That's the head sculpt for the Energon Universe Megatron. If you know how mean and angry he looked in Daniel Warren Johnson's original first seeing artwork. This guy's broad in the face. Nothing like the original G1 look where it's a lot more narrow, holds a little bit more distinguishedness. Nah, this guy is brutal, always angry. He had about 3 expressions in that whole first arc area, and he's coming for his arm. That's what he really wanted. So let's go and get SS86 Megatron. He's just shaking around in this box because I've already picked this guy up and opened him up. So if I don't need any of those extra parts, right, that's in there, I just need the base of Megatron. And as you can see, this tries to do its best in giving you the aesthetic of the 86, 83, 84 TV show look. All right, I am already digging this. This guy looks, how does just that small bit already toughen this guy up immediately? Like, that's so crazy. And I'm just such a fan of the art that's in the Energon Universe books. Like, oh man, yo, that's the excitement in my voice. This already looks super fire. Oh my god, hold on, let me just fix this. And then it's like, at this point, I don't know if you're reading it, I won't spoil too much, but I'll just put it like in some kind of subliminal. This is how he looks to me. You know, I'm going loosely based off of, it's been now almost 4 to 6 months since we passed this portion, but yeah, this looks exactly to me how he looks in the comics. And we kind of needed that because the Hasbro one has such a more broader chest than what the 86 movie actually has, and that's kind of like, this fits for it. I know there were some people who say like they weren't even a fan of this look for Megatron, but if you want a scary, like, everybody in the comics were like running anytime they heard Megatron's name announced, or like Starscream was kind of like folding because of the relationship he has. We all know his normal relationship he has with Megatron, but this one was more like manipulative. It just like added a little bit more. But this is it. This is how it's gonna be. Like I said before, I had a customized Optimus with the arm. Maybe I might paint these to look more like the comic version, but yeah, man, this is so fire to me. I'm so hyped. I love it. You probably have heard, if you've seen or watched other videos, you've heard the hypeness in my voice when it comes to changing up a figure or adding a little bit more customization. Jeez, this is so fun. I'm probably gonna leave this one out. This will, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna leave this one out with the Optimus right now, and let's get into the last one, which is, I sold my Siege Astro Train for, it was over retail. I got it for a little bit under retail from back in the day, and I was preparing for this to be the end all be all version of said Astro Train for the Studio Series line. Like most, I don't think I'm as impressed as I wanted to be. It does look like a Connects version. The art looks like he was supposed to be super beefy, but the pieces that we have, like a origami figure, like, which, you know, that's what Transformers do, they fold in on themselves. But I don't think I was, the vehicles look cool. The bot is where it's lacking. And I said this on Reddit at one point, I got like downvoted for some reason, but like, I feel like DK or DNA Designs will come through and provide us like maybe some swap out pieces, maybe it be in the arms so we can add the heft right here, but will that hinder the transformation? The end result doesn't look how I thought it was going to look in person, which was just, yeah, an upscaled version of what we got in Siege. Everybody else, Legacy, Blitzwing, Siege, Shockwave, all of them got a color palette swap. This guy got a brand new mold, and like I just seen on, I think it was Reddit also, that people think that they're just making this so they can create other figures from this mold, and then they're gonna drop in like a few years some additional version. I don't know if they'll be revisiting the 86 stuff in the future because I'm almost 40. I got 2 years left, and I don't know if there's that much people pre me who really cares much. Like, maybe if you're in like your early 30s, you might. Who's gonna really come behind this and say like, yeah, we really messed up back then? Evan will be there in how many years? Or how long is it gonna take for them to come back and try and fix this? But this was done by one of their more notable favorite designers. So not knocking him. We'll see when I get it out. When I get it out and I pose it up a bit, like I said, you probably already seen the B-roll and stuff by now. But even, not even just when I get out, when it gets on the shelf, when they get the final version of how everything's gonna look, I wanted, you know, a nice little big old Astro Train. Yeah, this is probably the last version of Astro Train I'll be getting. This will go on the shelf as is. I'm not too sure if I'll be doing too much replacing of pieces in the near future because I won't be collecting forever. I already have my masterpiece, one that looks more faithful to the mold and character design, and then we'll have this one for the whatever scale this Hasbro version does. But yeah, been a bit since I did this. I haven't done, I think, one since I moved in. I did record some stuff, but I haven't done a video that will be solely focused on opening up these boxes. That's all that I got to show, and appreciate you watching if you're watching. Let's get back into the display portion, because that's what the fun part of all of this is, collecting, so you can show it off to your friends who don't care. Thank you for being here. We'll talk about the next set of figures that we're talking about in the future. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.
Great job.